This crowd is ready. Between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. Dances by him. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Steps away to his left. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Ballage. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
First down, Chiefs.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll run here with Balaj. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Two times. Everyone, you got four. Check.
Balaj gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They run it with Balaj. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
They're on 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Give me some. Give me some.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He finds Kalen Balaj, his running back. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Mahomes now on first down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Yellow. On the line, 80. 36. Watch the back.
On first down, Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Kill. Yellow. Kill. Turn up.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third down and 12.
36 to Mike. And here we go. Watch the pass.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Wentz to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
To throw, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We're here. Check 49. Check 49.
Now Joe Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Brings up third down and
11. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Into the red zone. Wentz. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Throwing is Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Eagles 14, Chiefs 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Clayton. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one, and it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm coming after you.
Mixon will try the right side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Mike, here we go. Louie! Pick your game up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Getting some penetration. 57. 59. Mike.
Working from the gun. Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Tighten up. Alert 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Yellow. I'm here all day. Hey, 57 colors.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Motion. Mike 36. Watch the screen. Hero 15.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
For the Chiefs field goal, a 59-yard attempt.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Go
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Wentz now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
First down, Chiefs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
50 the money. Exit. Hey, alert 3. Hey, 57 colors.
Now here's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. It's Clayton. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Attack!
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
That's it, baby.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Yellow. I'm going.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Mahomes now to throw. This one caught by Davis. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
36 to Mike. Check pass. Scene 6.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Rolling to his right. Incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Room to run past midfield. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
36 to Mike.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And finding Davis here, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Uncorks one for Davis. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. There he goes, left side. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 76 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, That should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. This is Mixon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
46 down, man, 5-4.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. And sensing the momentum, maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown the last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Buying. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Here we go. 120. Hey, watch the slack. Watch the slack.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now they toss out wide to Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the second half, doesn't it?
It really does, and now you give your team more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get this one complete to Davis. A gain of 6 there on first.
Yellow.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And his throw here's incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He'll buy some time right. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Yellow. 15. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh?
3 bucks.
By 7, let's go. Let's go, Mike 50.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
Hey, Mike 50.
To throw is Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Philadelphia, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's their very first clunker of the year as they'll fall to 12-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were just